Imagine walking past $500 million worth of art and never knowing. No gallery, no guards, no ticket line, just masterpieces hidden in plain sight. Some say it's a collection bigger than most museums, yet almost no one has seen it. Not even the owners. Why hide such priceless beauty? And more importantly, who really owns it? This is the story of a $500 million art collection that may be all around us, yet completely invisible. In 2019, an art authenticator reviewing auction data found a pattern. Works attributed to major artists, Basquiat, Haring, even a missing Klimt, were quietly transferred to anonymous holding accounts. No resale, no display, just disappearance. The collector unnamed, the destination unknown, but the shell companies linked to these pieces all led back to the same city, Zurich. An informant in the Swiss logistics industry revealed a building disguised as a data center, no signage, biometric access, heavily soundproofed. Inside, climate-controlled walls, museum-grade lighting, and a floor plan eerily similar to a private gallery. But no visitors, no catalog, just a name whispered among insiders, the Palisade Collection. Ownership is intentionally fragmented. The collection is held in trust, run by offshore legal entities, with proxies listed instead of individuals. But one leak tied funding to the heir of a shipping empire, a tech mogul known for disruption, and a former intelligence officer. Together, they supposedly formed a pact to preserve human artistic legacy away from politics, markets, and public access. The most shocking twist: some pieces aren't hidden behind vault doors, they're installed in public. A Rothko inside a hotel hallway in Milan. A Giacometti mistaken for a knockoff in a government building. Even a rumored Monet on loan to a private boarding school in France, never labeled. Part of the Palisade philosophy: art exists, not all of it must be seen to be real. Several stolen or lost artworks from global registries match pieces allegedly in the Palisade archive. A Rembrandt lost during World War II. A Degas sculpture missing since 1971. Insiders claim the collection includes recovered history, pieces rescued from black markets and stored indefinitely. But are they being preserved or hoarded? Unlike typical collectors, Palisade doesn't insure or publicly loan their pieces. They move them between ultra-secure freeports in Geneva, Singapore, and Dubai, where art can exist tax-free, undocumented, and legally invisible. These hubs are legal blind spots, allowing art to vanish, not from the world, but from accountability. Sources claim Palisade employs an AI named Calder to track global art auctions, verify authenticity, and suggest acquisitions. Calder allegedly operates 24/7, ingesting market data, museum rotations, and even social media trends to spot emerging cultural value. It's not just collecting art, it's curating the future of taste, silently. Not all the art is classic. Palisade is said to acquire politically controversial works, underground installations, even banned digital media. One artist claimed their sculpture, seized by customs, reappeared years later, perfectly preserved, in a different country. The message: this isn't about taste, it's about control. Museum directors, art handlers, and conservators share quiet rumors of being flown to neutral countries for blindfolded evaluations. No names, no context, just a painting, a question about condition, and silence. One conservator recalls touching a canvas they later recognized as a missing Van Gogh. The job paid $50,000 for 45 minutes. Art is power, culturally, politically, and financially. The Palisade philosophy sees art as too important to be owned by states or influenced by markets. They believe in keeping it away from trends, theft, or censorship. But critics argue the opposite, that this is the ultimate erasure, a cultural blackout by the ultra-rich. A rare internal document described a mobile vault system, essentially an armored gallery inside a shipping container, indistinguishable from industrial freight. It can travel between countries unflagged. The vault contains 6 paintings, rotated quarterly, and is said to have traveled through 27 cities, without once being opened publicly. Some say the Palisade Collection is more than storage, it's a covert currency. Artworks used as collateral in high-stakes trades, political deals, and shadow financing. A Picasso for a port deal, a Warhol for immunity. Because in the right circles, a $40 million canvas speaks louder than money ever could. One infamous art forger claims to have ghosted a painting that was then sold into Palisade's system, undetected. His theory: they don't care about authenticity. Only exclusivity. If no one ever sees the piece, it doesn't need to be real. In this game, belief is value, and forgery. It's just another layer of secrecy. According to an ex-security contractor, one Palisade vault includes a digital archive, full 1/6K scans of each piece, stored in cold vaults and never connected to the internet. Not for public access, but for resurrection. In the event of war, collapse, or catastrophe, the plan is to digitally reintroduce humanity's art from scratch. Every time a journalist gets close, the trail disappears, servers wiped, companies dissolved. Even FOIA requests blocked by private collection immunity. Some suspect state involvement. Others say the collectors are simply too rich, too global, and too prepared. As one leak put it, you can't expose what doesn't officially exist. Every time a journalist gets close, the trail disappears, servers wiped, companies dissolved. Even FOIA requests blocked by private collection immunity. Some suspect state involvement. Others say the collectors are simply too rich, too global, and too prepared. As one leak put it, you can't expose what doesn't officially exist. Insiders claim every Palisade piece is governed by a disappearance clause, a legal contract ensuring no artwork can re-enter public view for at least 100 years. Violating this voids ownership. One lawyer leaked that even heirs must sign NDAs to inherit access. The goal: to remove the artwork not just from walls, but from memory. Critics call it a slow erasure of culture. Palisade calls it curating eternity. Some say Palisade's most guarded section includes living works, not paintings, but bioart, genetically modified organisms, biosculptures, even engineered species considered illegal in most countries. One biologist claims to have created a glowing orchid for an anonymous client, never to be documented. It was alive, and now it's lost, she said. They're not just hiding art, they're hiding evolution. There's a rumor that the original founder of the Palisade Collection is no longer alive, but their directives are still being followed. A private AI, trained on their preferences, continues to make acquisitions, negotiate loans, and communicate with brokers using generated emails. If true, the collection is now self-curating, a ghost collector building a museum no one will ever enter, guided by the taste of someone long gone. One final rumor: the last piece acquired by Palisade wasn't a painting, but a mirror, hung at the center of their undisclosed gallery. Just a plaque beneath it that reads, "The most valuable art is the kind that knows it's being hidden." What are they really collecting, art or us? Twice a year, insiders claim Palisade holds a blind auction, not to sell art, but to gain new pieces. Collectors submit high-value works anonymously into an encrypted network. Palisade selects only those deemed worthy, in return. A token, not money, but access to view a single Palisade piece for 5 minutes. No cameras, no record, just eyes on canvas, then darkness again. One whistleblower described a system where artworks are occasionally swapped, not for sale, but for stabilization. A Titian moved from humidity-prone Geneva to Singapore. The Pollock rotated to rest light exposure. But every move is encrypted, GPS scrambled, and handled by handlers who never see what they carry. It's art preservation as military op, and no one knows where anything truly is. An ex-employee leaked the role of a so-called memory broker, an individual hired to memorize, not record, specific attributes of stored pieces. Their role: to describe works for authentication without a single file ever created. Human vaults. One broker reportedly identified a stolen Kandinsky just by how the red bled into the blue. They are walking catalogs, and none of them talk. A stunning theory: some smaller museums around the world may unknowingly house Palisade pieces on ghost loans. The works are hung, unlabeled, unattributed, often mistaken for replicas or student work. But they're real. This tactic keeps pieces safe in plain sight, protected by obscurity. Look twice at the dusty painting in the corner of a quiet museum. You might be staring at a $40 million secret. So, does the Palisade Collection actually exist? Or is it just another myth whispered among those with too much money and too little daylight? Would you want to see it, or is some beauty too dangerous to own? Drop your theories in the comments, hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more mysteries from the world's richest shadows. Until next time, stay curious. Some masterpieces were never meant to be seen.